Manchester United 0, Newcastle 3. Another disaster result for Manchester United. Another disaster result for Erik Ten Hag. It's looking very bad. I mean, we were absolutely embarrassed at home. Embarrassed. I was embarrassed watching that game. Embarrassed. Newcastle fans singing in our home stadium, 7,000 of them, yeah? And you could hear them clearly, sacked in the morning, singing our manager, sacked in the morning, they're singing. They're singing Glazer's 10 more years, Old Trafford is crumbling. They're jeering every time they make a pass and we can't tackle the ball. I mean, we were absolutely embarrassed at home. You couldn't get any less United. Like, we are looking so bad. It's almost like after Ali was sacked. Like, that's how bad we are. Like, I don't understand what's going on, man. And don't get me started. Like, Delo pissed me off. That goal, the first goal. They're gonna talk about Mount and Garnacho got pushed off the ball or whatever. Diego Delo is 1,000% his fault for that goal. 1,000%. This guy, I couldn't believe it when I was watching it and it happened live. This guy is jogging back, looks over his shoulder once, sees Almiron, looks over his shoulder twice, sees Almiron again, continues to jog and falls asleep. He fell asleep and let this guy make the run in behind him to score probably one of the easiest goals Almiron has scored in his fucking career. I mean, how? And I'm sorry, if I was the manager, yeah, he put Wan-Bissaka on at halftime, I would have fucking taken him off right there. Because you cannot do that. He scanned twice, saw the player, and still didn't fucking do anything about it and let him score. But we're a disaster. And where we go from here, I don't know, man. Everybody, more and more people want Ten Hag sacked. I mean, to me, at this point, I'm at the point I don't even care anymore. You guys want him sacked? Get him sacked. Because you know what? You guys were crying that Rashford needs to get dropped and Bruno needs to get dropped, right? And I'm going to tell you what the deal is with that. They dropped him. Did we look any better? Did we play any better? Now you're going to say, okay, it wasn't like the actual first team. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There was a lot of us saying this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you drop. You could drop 5 of the players that started every game. It doesn't matter. Drop Anthony. Doesn't matter. Nobody's coming in to perform. Nobody's coming in to save us. Okay? Nobody's doing miracles this season. Our top players are playing like shit. Our backup players are not able to do enough of an impact, especially by themselves. You're going to put on one player, he's going to have the best game in his life. The other 9 players on the field next to him, besides the goalkeeper, is going to have a shit performance. This is a team sport, and we don't have a team. The team cohesion is gone. It's gone. The team unity, gone. There's no chemistry in them. It's like they've never played together. I just don't understand it. We've seen this before, where it's like they can't complete fucking 2 passes, and that was when they were downing tools. Under which manager, you ask? Who knows? Mourinho? Ali? They did it to Ranić? They're always down in tools, these fucking people. And, you know, I don't know what's worse, that they've given up and they're doing this because you don't want your players to give up, or they're actually trying. Because if they're actually trying, that's even worse. I don't know what the fuck to say. But I'm at the point, go ahead. You want him sacked? Go ahead. Because the number one thing is that if they don't change the structure of the football club aspect, that means the removal of a banking CEO. Yeah, they got to get somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing. We need directors of football, sporting directors. They got to revamp the scouting, make sure that it's good, and get experts in every single position. Get rid of some of the coaches that have been there since Moyes came in. I mean, they're still there. These things all need to change. And especially number one, we need a competent CEO and we need a competent director of football to work with our manager. If we don't have those two things, the managers are always going to fail. 5 managers have failed. And I am 100% sure we can hire another 50 managers with this same structure, and every single one of them will fail. Every single one of them will fail. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So, I think it's sad because I really like Ten Hag, and I believe his philosophy and the way he thinks of how a team is supposed to perform, a team is supposed to play, the characteristics they're supposed to show, the philosophy. And it's just all gone. I mean, it's gone to the point where it's swallowed him up and it's eating him alive. And, I think he's in very, very big trouble. I think the only thing that's really saving him right now is that they cannot financially afford to sack him. I personally would still give him to the end of the season, at least. I would definitely give him to next season. I don't have any say, but that's what I would do. That's what I would do, because to me, I don't see how sacking him, I don't see how it's going to make it any better. I know Manchester United don't have a plan for that. They would have absolutely no clue who to replace him with. They don't have the chance to replace him with anybody. So it would just be another disaster. Him getting sacked would just lead to an even bigger disaster. Like, that's officially writing off the season because there's no replacement for him. They're not going to get a replacement for him. They don't have one. There's no plan on their end. And this is why all the managers fail, because they have no plan. There's no plan and there's no vision, and they have no clue what the hell they are doing besides sucking money out of the club through sponsorship deals and branding and advertisement and all that nonsense. That's the only thing they know how to do correctly. Everything else that's related to football, they don't got a fucking idea. And we are going to keep being shit until that is dealt with. So, I don't know where we go from here. We're playing Fulham. Who knows what the fuck we're going to do? I mean, we lost 3-0 at home to Newcastle. And those bastards wanted to beat us bad because they wanted to stick it to us for us beating them last year in the final, right? Those fucking Newcastle fans hate us. They hate United. And we let them, and our players let their team embarrass us in our own stadium. There's no fucking words. There's no words, man. There's no words. It's just, it's a disaster. I don't know if Ten Hag is going to make it. And we're on our knees praying for miracles. It's to the point where, Sir Jim, please, holy shit, anything, because it's not going to get better, man. It's not going to get better. And if we were in the state of that we lost, we're performing like this because we had injuries to the back line. It just shows you how weak that team was and how much of a job he did last season to glue that shit team together and get them to fucking actually play and win games and fight for all the trophies that we were fighting for. And he actually won one, and he got us in 3rd place in Champions League football. And in typical fashion, it's starting to go to shit if it hasn't already fell apart in the 2nd season. And if he makes it to the 3rd, we all know what's going to happen, because it's happened 5 fucking other times. And these people want to keep going into the same cycle. I mean, everybody did. And then you guys are listening to the media, man. They're calling out Ten Hag, and the media fucking hate us. Everybody hates us. When you not understand, and then you're so miserable that because you're so embarrassed by our players and there's nothing you can say back that you start to agree with them and say that player's shit. Oh, Ten Hag is shit. Come on, man. It's disaster mode, but what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? We're going to sack another manager. I'm getting bored of this shit, man. I'm getting bored of this shit because nobody wants to learn. Everybody wants to keep doing the same thing. Keep going to the matches. Keep paying the Glazers. I don't know. These people come with this mentality of win, draw, or lose. We support the club no matter what. Who's telling you not to support the club? I watch every game. I watch every match. I read all the fucking news every single day. I think about it all the time. Is that not supporting the club? I don't understand this philosophy of we have to go to the ground and give like you are not supporting the club giving the Glazers your money because the Glazers are hurting the club. So you are supporting people that are hurting the club. You're not supporting the club because you're not helping the club by going to the games because that money is going to the Glazers. And that's what they want. And people are going to come and they're going to argue, oh, but the sponsorship deals and the TV deals, that's great. That's extra money for them. Think like a business person. You want as much money as possible. If you start leaking money from one spot, you ain't just going to be like, oh, yeah, it's fine. We got this other money. Doesn't matter if we lose that money. No, they want every fucking dollar. And if they ain't making a profit, they're losing money. And if they're losing money, they don't want that shit. They don't want that asset. It's going to fuck up their financials. But people don't, they either don't care, they're selfish, or they're just too dumb to understand the concept. So, I think it's a shame. I don't understand how we see what happened last season. We get to this season, and still we have 75,000 fans in the stadium. Still, they go 75,000 people, and they see the roof leaking, and they're still willing to go and give their money to the. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And then they want to complain that we're shit, and they want to attack people, and just the whole thing is so toxic. It's so and that's something I wanted to touch on. How have we are so, like, I understand we're bad, but we have no luck whatsoever. We have the opposite of whatever the fuck luck is, right? This season, we are so unlucky. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's like because the whole thing from the top to the bottom is so toxic that it's bringing this negative energy and we are just getting screwed left and right. I mean, VAR decisions don't go away. Penalties, handballs, fucking giving up in the box, last minute, giving up games. Goals are being scored on us out of the second goal was just like fantastic hit by the Newcastle player. I don't even know who it was. I don't even know who the guy was. That's what I'm telling you. Don't even know who that fucking guy is, bro. And he scored that goal out of, he just took the chance and it went in. But they're lucky. They had luck on their side and we were unlucky. But it happens to us all the time. This season is absolutely insane. Besides like one or two games, 2 or 3 moments where we scored a last minute goal or some crazy shit, everything else has been an absolute disaster. Nothing goes our way. And we just get screwed in every direction, in every possibility. And that's another thing. It's just like, just when we need a little bit of luck to help us out, we don't get it, man. We don't get it. So I don't know. It's so negative. And I just don't know where we go here. I mean, it's to the point I can't even rant. I can't rant. I can't even be angry anymore. I'm just so. I've been so disappointed. I feel broken to the point that I can't even get angry over it anymore. I can't, because it's just like what am I going to get angry about? I know what the problems are. The problems aren't going to be fixed, and people are just going to keep doing the same shit over and over again because everybody wants to be mentally insane. And I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it is what it is. Awful performance. I don't even want to analyze it. There's nothing to analyze. It was shit. We lost 3-0 and we were home, and another crap result, and we don't. And it was just another showing of we don't know how to play fucking football. And we don't have a team, so it is what it is. Still plan on making more videos, but we'll see. We take it one step at a time, one game at a time. Who knows? I still hold out hope because I don't know. And I guess they say it's the hope that kills you. But I feel like if you don't have any hope, then you just dead already. So somehow, some way, I have absolutely no clue. I don't have the answer. I don't have a thought about it. Turn the shit around. Somehow changes be made. I mean, listen, if Sir Jim comes in and he sacks Ten Hag, and that means that we get a whole new like fresh start of like director of football and a whole new structure above the manager, then I guess I'm here for it, because that's what needs to be changed first, and then the manager. So if they're gonna do that, I guess I'm gonna have to back it, because I just don't see how this shit improves, man. And I don't want him to be sacked, but I don't know. The situation is so bad, and I just don't know. I don't trust these players. There's a few players in there. Obviously, they're gonna keep playing for him, but the other players that have been here through 2 or 3 managers already, and I've seen them down tools. I mean, I just don't trust them. I just don't trust them. At one point, did they say fuck this shit and just stop, bro? I think some of them have already done it. I mean, I don't think they're as toxic as they was in the past, but I think they're going out there on the pitch half pissed off before the ball is even kicked, half already given up. And as soon as one thing goes wrong, or one of their teammates does something they don't like, they just go, fuck it. Fuck this bullshit. Who gives a fuck? And they're playing with 50% heart out there. I just don't know. I can't tell how you could be so bad. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's it. We've been embarrassed at home. Everybody's laughing at us. We're a laughing stock. And to me, the season's over. It's over. And I said everything has to crumble for us to go back up. So I think I don't want it. I don't want it. If you asked me, I could get whatever I want, I would tell you the opposite of what I'm about to say, but we need to finish 8th. No European football whatsoever. No European football. And we need to start over from the beginning. I don't even want to say from the ground up, because that's backwards. We need to start over from the top down. And if we do that, maybe we'll have a chance at having something sustainable and something respectful and something that's competitive. But the way we're going, we got fuck all, man. We got fuck all. And I mean, it could get worse. It could get much worse. We don't know what's going to happen on the Sir Jim. We don't know any of the major details. So about this deal. So, I mean, it could definitely get way worse. It could definitely get way worse. It could always get worse. This ain't even rock bottom. So that's another thing. But we'll see what happens. I'll see you on the next one. It's probably going to be not for a little bit. Been working long hours, and it's been rough. Didn't even get to see the derby last week. Really, I had it on my phone, but I was at work and I got home late. So I'm probably not going to be able to catch the game of the weekend that well. If I do catch it, I'm not going to be able to really make a video. So we'll be back in a couple weeks or so, a week or two. maybe a random video here or there if I find the time to do it. But thank you to everybody, and try and enjoy the night, the rest of your week. After that performance, I really don't know how, but maybe you get your mind off it. Go watch a movie or something. Play a little Xbox or something. Yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in.